It's not working. Let me try my other computer. Janae, can you see me? We good?
Hey, cousin. Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hey.
I can't hear.
Not the new year.
It sounds like I'm muted. Are we
You
live?
not? Yes, we are.
I don't know what's happening.
That's because she's so busy partying and
I don't know
partying. It's
what's
a party over
happening.
there. Happy New Year's, guys. Thank you for tuning in with us. I lost my other half for a few moments. She will definitely be back. But I want to say thank you for tuning back in with us. I want to ask, how was your holiday? How have you guys been since the last time you checked in with us? We miss you guys. We have a lot of information for you. We'll probably be going over some information that, we touched upon previously, but we want to reiterate how important, it is. Real estate and credit goes together hand in hand, and we want to do our best to help you educate and inform you guys of what's going on with the market, what you need to do to prepare for everything, to make sure that you are set up correctly as far as with buying a home, selling a home, if you're looking for property to invest or anything like that, what your credit score needs to be, what we can do to assist you, how we can help educate you to let you know exactly what's going on. And if you have any questions, please send them to us. You can put them in the chat. We will definitely, love to respond to you guys. And don't think that, a question that you have may be, small or irrelevant, or, have, quote unquote, crazy or anything like that, because any question is a good question. The more you ask, the more you know. So, we're here to definitely share the information, with you guys at all points. And so I actually have my wonderful co-host back. Welcome back, cousin.
Girl, Mardi Gras got me.
Yes, it does, honey.
Yeah, I know what I try to do. I try to bring it to you in live and in person from somewhere. But, we had to do Fat Tuesday here. So I was trying to give you all the Mardi Gras background. But it's not working. It's just not working. So that means that I should have been there. That's what that means.
Honey, well, it looks like you've been in Vegas because you're giving us Blue Man Group right now.
Yes, I got my crystals on and everything, all good vibes. I'm blue. See? My whole world turns misty blue. Don't make me do a TikTok, honey.
If you guys have not been catching her on her TikTok, please tune in because she entertains us, okay?
I wish you all could see me. I really did. I wanted to, Mike, if you know how to take my background off, I probably don't. But at any rate, thank you for joining me, for joining Shanae and I, and thank you for your patience. I just like to keep it fun, right? And so I want to do things when we're on here that it's just different because we're still in the house and, we can't get out like we used to. And I can remember on Mardi Gras Fat Tuesdays, we used to go down to Union Station and do things, right? Never been to New Orleans, but I have plenty of friends from there, and I love the Cajun.
Okay.
I do. I love Cajun. So how are you, cousin?
No complaints on my end, honestly. Like, I'm just living life. I'm glad to still be here, glad to be, impacting people's lives in a positive manner. Glad that we, have our audience here with us, and, we're just growing and growing and growing. So I'm just excited, honestly.
Absolutely.
No complaints.
That's right. And, so We did my whole birthday celebration. We did a little something online, and that was fun. Thank you for joining me that day. And if you all didn't join that day, maybe next time. But we had a good time, right? I turned 51 years old. And you know what they say. But I'll forever be 21. And I'm just loving it. I'm thankful. It feels like I got a whole new me at 51 than I've ever had. And I love it. And so then since then we've had Valentine's Day, and we're going to continue with loving ourselves. I know that despite whatever happened, whether you had a Valentine or not, or maybe you had a Valentine that just wasn't there, right? Still love yourself. It's nothing like self-love. And so for Valentine's Day, what did you do, Nay? Did you do anything?
I had my grandkids, so they loved all on me. And everything. We ate chocolate covered strawberries. I got fat for a moment. And I actually had on my Valentine's Day shirt. It said, "Love is in the air, but so is COVID. So mask up." And
no, that's right.
Other than that, I came home, I cooked, I ate, and I went to bed so that I can get up and do it all over again.
So, and so what I did was my son, Drew, I took him, he wanted to hang out at the mall. And kids never understand. They're like, "Mom, you always say maybe later, but later never comes." Well, when it comes to getting up and driving like I used to, I do feel 51. I need a driver. I'm looking for a driver. And so, but they just want to go and go and go. And I get it that, he wants to get out and he wants to play with his friends and things like that. But to me, kids don't understand what 6 feet social distancing is.
Of course not.
I didn't bring my phone in here, so if you see any things come in from Micah, could you please let me know?
It is. She sent us 2 things so far. Okay. Shout outs for you.
Okay. So can you do those for us? Because I don't have it right here in front of me, and with all these systems acting up here tonight, I don't know what to say. So
I certainly can.
Yeah.
I certainly can. We want to give a shout out to Vonzella Johnson, who constantly joins us. She is always on. Also to Nico Nickens, he constantly joins us. He is always on. To George Bryant, to Irby Belton. We also want to say hello. Thank you for joining us. To Vernon Hanshaw and Monica Johnson as well.
Hi, you guys. Hi. Thank you for joining us. Yep, Vernon told me he was going to join us and give us some support. He always has some questions. In fact, he had a question, and he's been asking some different questions as we go along. So, and we always encourage you all to come on and talk with us and everything. But tonight, we just want to spend some time with you really quickly, and then we'll let you get back to your evening. For me, it's just been a busy time. I've been writing contracts, so it's not that we don't want to be here, right? That's right. That's a good thing. Can you see me? That's a good thing.
Checks coming in.
There you go.
We the money reside. We the money reside. We the money reside.
There's a reside. That's right. So, and I'm working it, right? I'm working it. But I'm seeing a lot of different things when we out here purchasing houses right now. But one of the things that I want to do, I want to talk to my sellers tonight. I absolutely have to talk to my sellers tonight, because while it is a seller's market, you do have to still understand that someone, your home, even though you're trying to sell it, it still represents you, right? It still represents you. And so we want to talk about a few things, about things that are turnoffs to buyers tonight, right?
Okay.
Again, we got to
wait a minute, it's turnoffs?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Even though it's a seller market, there are things that are still turnoffs. And so when we're going out and showing these houses, while we're seeing all types of offers coming in right now, I'm never going to advise somebody to go back into the market that we were in back in the day, where you were buying a house and now it's upside down. And people are losing houses or things like that. I don't know what your situation may be, but I just want you to be a conscious buyer. like, you know, I want to represent you in the sale and everything, but I also want to be able to hear years down the road that you still have that house and you were able to give that house to your children. You left it for your children, right? So even though it's a seller's market out there, we still want to be smart consumers and, you know, and make sure that we do what's right. And so one of the things, since I've been going in houses this week, I was out there. I don't know if you saw me. I was out there showing houses in the storm the other day. And so a few of the houses that I went into, I just noticed a couple of things. So one, if you're a seller and you have your house on the market, you definitely, even in the wintertime, you want to make sure that your home is safe with some curb appeal. And so this one particular house, the steps were about 7, maybe even 10 steps deep. There was no salt down, no kitty litter or anything. And it's still your house. So if somebody gets hurt on your property, you're still liable during that time. So you want to make sure that you have some salt, things like that there at your stairs. And so what it taught me as an agent, I need to also have a shovel with me, right? And maybe even have my own salt for my clients as well. But we want to be able to show your house. And when I tell you, Nay, that the scheduling to get in to see houses has been packed. It's like filled days at a time. Yes. And we may not even be able to get in there, right? So, you know, we don't know, but we want to get to see that house while it's on the market. So we have to hat up and we have to glove up and mask up and we have to wear our little safety gear and our snow boots because we need to get out there so we can get in. So, you want to make sure also if you're selling your home, I know we can cook a variety of things, right? And there's some good households. I mean, it smells good to me, but it might not smell good to everybody else. So spices can linger around. They can really linger. And
so basically you're saying like, don't fry no fish or nothing, fry no chicken or nothing.
No curry goat. Don't do it.
You got an appointment coming.
You got it right. You know, maybe you want to buy those oxtails out, you know, you want to do some of those things on, you know, out and have them as a curry out so you can still enjoy the things you love or maybe make them, you know, sometime before and store them. But definitely we want to watch the seasons and the things that we're cooking when we know we have people coming into our homes to view them and possibly smell them. You know, your house.
Presentation is everything, no matter how big or how small, no matter what it is. Presentation is everything.
And some of you may say, you know, oh, well, those are my renters that are in the house. It doesn't matter whether they're your renters in the house or not. You need to let them know, you know, you got your house on the market and still it represents them as well. So I've gone into houses and, you know, there's clothes and things still on the floor. Look, people understand boxes more than they understand bags and clothes just being thrown on over the floor. My son will even tell you, I go in and I'm like, come on, I have my grandkids straightening up, right? Trying to get things up, little things up. So if we all just making a conscious effort every time we go in to make sure things are in order, we could definitely make sure that, you know, the house has a better presentation than some things that I have seen. So the other thing is if you have pets, you may love your pet, but everybody else may not love your pet.
And they may be allergic.
They may be allergic, so you should definitely let your real estate agent know to put that on the listing that there's a pet there, a pet has lived there, because that could make or break make a difference. And we've gone into homes where they say, oh, he won't bite you. Well, he might not bite you, but he might bite me. And and I love pets. So anybody tell you, my husband will probably tell you the last time I brought a dog home, he was like, I don't know why you got another dog. And he was like, you know, the dog or me. And I was like, well, what day you leaving? And so the thing is, I love my pets. I just love my pets. I love dogs. I used to breed dogs and everything, but everybody doesn't, right? And so sometimes even the pet odors and things like that can be a bit much. So get the dog hair up, make sure the dog is clean, crate them if at all possible, or maybe during the time that you have your house on the market, you can have a family member or someone else watch them. But you want to make sure that you think about those things when you have your property on the market.
Mm-hmm.
And so the other thing is pests, ants, bugs of any sort, have an exterminator come out to prepare that. I know, I've gone in the summertime, you almost like instantly see ants at some point. You're putting your house on the market. Let's just go ahead and have it exterminated in advance. Yes, we're going to do a pest inspection, but if you know that you already have that problem, you can prepare. You can maybe even get some home pest controls and things like that to put down, or some little ant traps. But if you put those things down, right, you don't necessarily want the buyers to see you got rat traps, mice traps, things like that.
Not rat traps.
I'm just saying, I went into a house one time, and no kidding, there was a little baby snake had got on the glue trap.
Whoa.
So there was two things that made me say, y'all can go ahead and I'll wait for you right here. I don't do snakes and I don't do mice of any sort.
Right.
So, when you're showing the house, even if your house is empty and you're the landlord, go take a look at your investment, because you want the best return on your investment.
Right.
And so, those are just things that are really important. And so, we have a slide that is probably up, but I don't have my, things are like acting up here. I think the snow is affecting everything. And now connection. I need another connection. But the other thing is that when you're showing you have your house on the market, we have talked several times about the dangers of overpricing. You do not want to overprice your house, because then if there is somebody that can afford your house, they may not even look at your house now. Why? Because you've overpriced it. And we've gone out and we've talked to people in regards to selling their home, and they oh no, I want this amount for my house. And right now, because it's a seller's market, they're not giving any type of help or anything like that. But then you want to overprice your house, and then the buyer they're gonna look your house over. You probably could have had plenty of buyers at your house, but you've overpriced your house because there's an amount that you want. Yes, I work for you. I'm going to give you my professional advice, but ultimately I work for you. But what I'm going to ask you is that if your house does not sell within this time for that price, we don't get a full price offer, and let's go back and sit at the table and reconsider. Because the longer your house is on the market, even if it's during COVID, you got a couple of things going on. The longer your house is on the market, people still ask, I wonder what's wrong with this house. I wonder what's wrong with it. And now your offers get weaker and weaker. So, I want to sell your house for the top dollar in the least amount of time. And then at this time, people don't want a bunch of people coming in and out the house, right?
Right.
So that's something that we definitely want to consider when we're thinking of putting our house on the market. And then we've gone into homes and we see that they've added an addition on the house, maybe. They've added an addition. Did you get a permit for that addition? Because when it comes time for the inspection or it comes time for the appraisal, if it does not show up, then that could be something that could ultimately cause you to lose a sale, the value of the home to go down, because you didn't get a permit. You got Uncle Jimmy to build it on the back, and we don't know if it's structurally sound, right? We don't know those things. So you want to make sure that you have permits for any upgrades that you have done to your house, okay?
Right.
And so I can remember when we went to sell my mom's house in Capitol Heights, it was 2-bedroom house. but we converted into a 3-bedroom. We were able to do that because we had the space in the house, and we had a space to be able to make a closet, and there was a window for the basement, for that room. But we could not have just dug out and started doing that work on our own because it was that space and we wanted to extend it. You have to still follow permits and guidelines. If you're in an HOA, of course, you need to contact your homeowners association and see what's allowable. Same thing, condo, there are some condo/HOAs. You need to check with your associations before you do any type of upgrades that affect the exterior of your home and even the structure. Okay.
Well, that's good to know.
I know our teenagers, they want to be in their room, they want to be on their game, but no locked doors. When someone is buying a house, they don't want to say, well, can I see behind this door? And they can't enter that door because it's locked, right? You want to see what you're buying. It's no such thing. If you're not ready for the entire house to be shown, it's not ready to go on the market. Let's do it as coming soon. Let's do this house as coming soon. And so that they have access to all areas of the home so that they can see what they're buying. Our goal is not to have to bring them back a second or a third time. We want them to be able to make a conscious decision the first time. Okay? So you want to make sure all room doors are accessible and they are not locked. And then odds and ends. When I list a home, people say, well, what am I going to do with my stuff? I don't have anywhere to put my stuff. You may want to check into a storage bin because I'm not a security guard. I'm the agent. And so what I'm going to ask you to do is put your valuable possessions away. Put your pictures of your family, anything that could easily walk. You want to make sure you put those things away. So little odds and ends, knickknacks that could get broke, things like that. I don't want you to get upset because something goes missing or something gets broke. Right. And it does happen. It's never happened on my watch, thank God, but it does happen. And so we want to make sure that you put those little odds and ends, those things up. You can get these pods that you can put out in your driveway, and you can self-contained, self-put these things up as you go along while you're preparing to move. You can go ahead and get a storage unit, as we said, or get something that you can lock up and put in your closet or something that only you or your family members have the access codes to. So these are very important. We could talk more about that. I'm offering virtual consultations. I am willing to come out to your home. I am always safe with my gloves, my mask, my Lysol. I got it all. But we can also do this virtually, and you can carry me through your home and be able to take a look at things. And if you're looking to buy, rates are still at an all-time low, right? I'm seeing rates at 2.65. There's a new commercial out with someone doing something for about 1.85. But whatever it is, you have to remember, whether you're a seller or a buyer, you have to have credit. Your credit has to be there. You want to buy a home, I want you to buy a home. You want to sell a home to buy another home, I want you to do that. I want to be there to help you do that. But as I'm helping you do that, I need you to follow my professional advice. And credit is still a big deal. I have people calling me every day. They want to buy a house, Shanae, but they have a lien or a judgment, or they have something that's maybe a cell phone bill that's been sitting on their phone for years that is still coming up in this reporting. And they say, well, you know what? I don't want to pay it. I told them I wasn't going to pay it. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect you. And so there's still, well, isn't there a program for me that I can buy a house? I'm a first-time home buyer. All of that means nothing if you don't have the credit. And those programs are still looking for a particular credit score. it's not my money, it's their money. And they're trying to see if they can trust you with their money when they're giving you this money to be in the house. They want you to be in this house, not just for a year, like a lease term. They want you to be in it for a lifetime. And so, Shanae, that's one of the things that I'd like if you could talk about liens and judgments and things, because I'm finding this a lot right now. And people have taken forbearances during this period of time. So if you could speak to that, I really appreciate it. And again, you all can always reach out to me on social media. You can reach me by telephone. I have a new telephone number. My new telephone number is 301-900-8483. And my website is ShamaeSmith.com. So please, you can inbox me, you can call me. Either way, I'm here to help you. So Shanae, I'm going to give it to you. If you could just tell us what's your thoughts about, what can you tell us about liens and judgments?
Well, I want to just say really quick, because our time is about to end. I want to also just say hi to Tanya, to Chanel for joining us, Jessica, Celia for joining us really, really quick. I also want to say hello really quick because we really appreciate you guys being here. Tanya Mack, thank you. Walter, for joining us, Kiera, and everybody else. And what I just wanted to say is that the difference between a lien and a judgment is that a lien is a court order and a judgment is a claim of interest in a property, okay, in the rights of a property. So if someone puts a judgment against your property or anything, that is something totally different than a lien. The lien means that they went through the court system to actually do this, and you can't really do anything without having that lien or the judgment actually removed. And so how do you get rid of them is you need to contact the creditor that actually filed the lien against you. You can see if you can make payment arrangements, and if you can't pay in full. Also, if you can, to avoid anything, you always want to see, if you can pay in full so that this does not, jeopardize your credit report, your credit score, or anything in any way, shape, or form. Or, you never want things to escalate to the fact of it being placed on your credit, in a negative form or anything like that. So you always want to kind of like nip things in the bud, so to speak. But also what you want to do when it comes to protecting your credit score is to pay your bills. You want to pay any and everything that you have on time. And then that way you already know ahead of time that your credit score won't be affected negatively. But things happen, sometimes we forget about things. Things, may not get resolved or anything like that. And, there are issues and there are times where so you're not able to pay or, what have you. But what you want to do is you want to definitely take responsibility for your action in creating this debt or anything like that. And you want to, like I said, be responsible to pay it. If you can't pay it, set up some type of arrangement to pay it. And then what you want to do after you've paid it is you want to request a satisfaction of the lien, saying that this is paid, the debt has been satisfied. You want to file the satisfaction, if the lien is mailed to you. You want to file it with the court so that they can have it removed from your credit report so that it no longer affects you negatively. There may be an instance where so you may need to consult an attorney to see what your options are, what you can do, to have it, removed and everything after you've paid, after the lien has been satisfied. And you definitely want to contact, the three major bureaus, credit reporting agencies once it has been satisfied to let them know that the lien has been, cleared up. It should no longer be reporting negatively. You can mail a copy to each of the three major credit reporting agencies to have them to make sure that they update your record so that, you know, it'll bring your score up and they remove the negative item, you know, from your report. And if the lien is invalid, if it's not yours in any way, shape, or form, then what you want to definitely do is, you know, contact an attorney to see what your rights are, what your legal ramifications could be, you know, on your behalf to have this information removed and taken care of. And what I'm going to do is I'll put some information in the chat for you guys, but also what I do is I do a 30-minute complimentary consultation. So if you have any questions or anything like that regarding the topic that I just talked about, or regarding your credit report and the things that are on your credit report that may be affecting your credit negatively, then please just send me your name and the words 30-minute complimentary consultation or 30-minute consultation to 443-973-7555. And what I'll do is I'll send you the scheduling link and you can make your appointment to speak with me for 30 minutes and ask me anything that you may have, any questions or whatever that you may have regarding credit, your credit, how it affects you, how we can improve it, how to rebuild it. And I will be more than happy to assist you. Thank you.
So we're in our last 3 minutes or so, you guys, or last minute. And I just want to thank you. Thank you for your patience with my shenanigans trying to have a party with y'all tonight. We'll come back and try and do this again. I'm going to look for another reason to have a party because I just love y'all, right? And so if I didn't see your name and they didn't read your name tonight, please don't think that we forgot about you or that, you know, you're not important. You're very important to us. Thank you for joining us as always. And I want you all to stay safe. Please call us if you have any questions. Okay. Until next time. Good night. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm waving at the screen. They can't see me. Love you guys.